If you love football, we've got everything you need to stay informed. With live scores, on-the-ground reporters, and analysis from leagues across the world. Visit bbc.com/football.
News is ever-changing. We start with some breaking news this hour. Let's just show you live pictures that we're getting. By keeping up to date with the latest developments, we can make sense of what's going on. That's why my show is called News Now, because we deliver immediate coverage of breaking stories from here at home and across the globe. By keeping you connected and up to the minute, you'll stay informed as the story continues. BBC News Now.
Watch at 12 on weekdays on BBC News.
Live from London, this is BBC News. President Trump warns Venezuela's new leader that she would pay a bigger price if she fails to cooperate with the US.
Don't ask me who's in charge, because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
It means we're in charge.
The deposed President Maduro is due in court in New York later after being extracted by US Special Forces in a dramatic raid. Cuba says 32 of its citizens were killed during Washington's operation and announces 2 days of national mourning. Oil prices are volatile. Gold is rising as Trump says US oil companies will invest billions into Venezuela. We'll bring you the latest developments as they come in. Also in the programme, stricter controls on advertising junk food on TV and online come into force in the UK in an attempt to reduce childhood obesity. Hello and a very warm welcome to the programme. I'm Sally Bundock. President Trump has again insisted the US is now in charge of Venezuela after his troops' capture of Nicolas Maduro. Mr. Trump said his administration will work with remaining members of the Maduro regime to clamp down on drug trafficking and overhaul its oil industry. It's interesting, Jennifer, we appreciate time to pick your brains once again. Thank you. Jennifer Parker there.
Thanks so much.
Still to come, stricter controls on advertising junk food on TV and online are in force in the UK in an attempt to reduce childhood obesity. Around the world and across the UK, you're with BBC News.
If you believe in innovation in the US and you think AI, electric vehicles, space technologies, it's really a bet on the future, and a lot of customers are willing to take that bet.
The cost of the driver's time is very high. And so the crossover point when the autonomous vehicle can become a cost-effective substitute for the driver's time is relatively early.
I think the movement towards cleaner tech and e-mobility and cleaner energy is a movement that you can't stop now because it makes good economic sense.
Many countries here in the region are a part of a trade agreement framework, right? So when you negotiate trade agreements, those are the rules, and we all respect those rules.
Does engaging with the US require you to break off all ties with China? And I think the leaders say no.
Business on BBC News.
Police in Switzerland say all 40 people killed in a fire in the ski resort of Crans-Montana on New Year's Day have now been identified. Most of the victims were Swiss nationals who now must battle a new foe threatening their family's life on the planet Pandora. I'll be back with Business Today. We're looking at Venezuela and also Iran. New money for households. I'll see you in a moment.
Now on BBC News, the latest business news from across the globe. Business Today.
A crude approach. Oil prices remain volatile. Gold is rising after the US operation in Venezuela. Trump says American oil companies will invest billions into the country. Iran promises money to every citizen for 4 months in a bid to quell demonstrations, as President Trump warns Tehran will be hit very hard if more protesters are killed.
We're watching it very closely. If they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United States.
A watershed moment. Junk food adverts are banned from today during the daytime in the UK in a bid to prevent childhood obesity. And from BB cream to pimple patches, K-beauty is taking over the cosmetics world. We report from Seoul on what's behind the remarkable rise. Live from London, you're with Business Today. I'm Sally Bundock. So we start with the latest on the US intervention in Venezuela. Donald Trump's defended his ousting of Nicolas Maduro, saying it would lead to the rehabilitation of the country. He also vowed to tap into Venezuela's oil reserves, saying the US will Tabriz there from control risks. Still to come. Keeping the gift receipt. How billions of pounds of unwanted Christmas presents are returned each year at huge cost to retailers and the environment. Around the world and across the UK, you're with BBC News. You're with Business Today. I'm Sally Bundock. In the UK, new rules are now in force that bans junk food advertising on the internet and daytime TV in a bid to combat childhood obesity. The new rules prohibit foods which are high in sugar, fat or salt being shown between 5:30 in the morning and 9 p.m. in the evening on the television. Kate Hardcastle there with her take on the headache of returning Christmas items. Don't forget, there's plenty more on our website, the BBC News app, with business. A very good morning. If you have just joined us here on BBC News, my name is Sally Bundock. It has just gone 10 to 7. So let's have a look at some of the stories making headlines around the world. So let's take you live to Washington, D.C., where it is now the early hours of the morning. Of course, attention will turn from the Capitol to New York later as the day progresses. We can take you live to Caracas to show you the activity there. But of course, in Manhattan, in a courtroom, Nicolas Maduro will be appearing, where he will be hearing the charges that are put against him. Also, there's a special meeting of the UN Security Council today in New York as well. You're with BBC News. Stay with us as we keep you right up to date. We'll be back at the top of the hour with the latest. But now, the weather.
Hello there. The extended New Year holiday has